QB of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some room to run now. A nice little juke. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 48 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league. It's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tannehill now to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll run. It's Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Now Rodgers. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb. He's got room at the 30, down to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 57 yards. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Tannehill. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff running left. Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great
trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Henry running right to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 106 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
To throw is Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods on the receiving end of that toss from Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And able to find Allen Lazard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Rodgers now to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Crosby with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard. And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half. And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole. Running left, it's Henry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Forced out to his left. That one caught downfield. It's Hooper. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And the busy night for Henry continues. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. This is caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter. And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead is now 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now. Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And some room to maneuver. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. Has the head coach handling it, the offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Number 50, hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Henry.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On second down and 4, Tannehill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. On play action, now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Josiah DeGuara, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as well as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and a long way to go. Tannehill and finding the tight end Hooper. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when a big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now Tannehill. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Henry up the middle. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now it's Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Charles, there's something special about those big D linemen bringing it in on the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it in about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you've got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
To throw is Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up the first here on 3rd down. Again to Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Chris Barnes.
And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling
after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
But just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 lining.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, this from 53.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a short field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had now.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Robert Tonyan, the intended target,
and it's third down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
The 20, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
26.
Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Here we go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
11. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
11 empty. 11. Stop.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Here we go.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Caught on the slant. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Whoa. 11 Thomas.
Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Here we go. 11. 11 empty. Hey. 11. Stop.
And Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, 26 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
All right, ready?
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they take over right at the 50.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step.
Under pressure, they got him again. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
11.
From the 27, Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Powers through him, and he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
11.
Try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon,
a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we?
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 MCs, hey.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mixing up the middle. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Take that one, CD, going to make the roadblock a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Yeah, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins, 67 yards.
And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here we go with Burrow. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. To about the 40-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out that heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Inside give to Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Prescott on 4th down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, Elliott.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Prescott now.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Fourth down, Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Prescott looks to throw on first.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's got a man complete. A gain of 32 that time. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers now on first down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there at 22. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers with the give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Rodgers now to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's got room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find Lazard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle
to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
To throw is Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Prescott to throw on 4th. That'll be taken in there by James Washington.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The give is to Elliott.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
84 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Again to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is,
and Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Guys, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yeah,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball in additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
They go back to Pollard on second down. Shifts by him, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Yardage here. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On second down, Elliott once more. Powering forward. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Again, it's Elliott. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offense.